So now that we're on an adventure to live a more creative life, I hate to break it to you, we're gonna have to go outside more. And for the last 16 years, most of my adventures have started with this honk of metal. Oh, I love my Jeep. The problem is that it's terrible for packing gear. Even if you have the top on, the top is made of cloth. Anybody can take anything they want. The rule is if you don't want it stolen, you don't leave it in the Jeep. I don't even have a key to this door. That's why I'm a Backpackman. I'm a Backpackman. If I'm out and about, I probably have a backpack with me. And to start this new year off, I'm heading to the NAMM show in a few weeks, which is the big trade show for musical instruments. I get to see a lot of my friends and capture some content, so I've got a lot of gear to bring and I need lots of room for snacks. So today we ask the question, what makes a good backpack? And why you should consider the AER Travel Pack 3 Small X-Pac. Wow. If I'm reviewing something on here, I can promise you that I have obsessed over all the details to a fault. And this is not sponsored. I bought this bag with my own money. If you're a musician, you know we carry a lot of crap. And content creators, man, we also carry a lot of crap. As I've gone deeper into the world of cameras, I've found that camera-focused bags have been really great for musical gear as well. Both those types of creators tend to carry a lot of stands, clamps, cables. The tough part is once anything is built for a specific use case, they start to look like you're really carrying a lot of expensive stuff. Which led me to my current bag, the Brevity Jumper. Lovely bag. It doesn't really look like a camera bag, but has the typical camera compartments, which is actually my first complaint. Now, camera compartments can be cool, but I often find if you don't pack it right, sometimes stuff can shimmy over to the next compartment, which totally destroys your organization, and you may as well just have a normal backpack. And then, because this is all segmented like this, if you want to like take your sweater off and put it in your backpack, you really can't. You can take these dividers out and make it like a standard backpack, but you don't really want to have to do that every time you want to change the configuration of your bag. And on top of that, the bag is just a bit too small for me. If you haven't noticed, I'm a big guy, apish. So I wanted something a little bit bigger, more versatile, and more organization for tech. And I wanted to buy a bag that wasn't green because I wear a lot of green, and 2025 is a fashion-forward year. Three reasons I chose this bag as a musician and content creator on the go. The first reason I picked this one up is looks and quality. It doesn't look like an expensive bag, but it actually is. It's a very high quality bag. This is a buy once, cry once situation. The zippers are super strong and tough. So if you're scared of pickpockets like me, you're gonna feel that person trying to open the bag. And because of these types of zippers and this material, it's a little bit more water resistant than the Brevity that I have. Then we've got organization and storage. It's got a lot more storage. This is a 28 liter bag. It's sized to be big enough to be a carry-on. As a personal item, it's a little bit big, but I'm kind of banking on two things for the personal item situation. One, I'm a big guy. So for scale, it's gonna look like a normal backpack for me. And two, it has these compression straps on the side, so if it's not full, you can compress the load inward to make it look like a smaller bag. And the big reason I was after this specific model of bag from these guys is this beautiful admin pocket. Look at that. Look at that organization. You got everything you need. You got pens, you got cable-y doobs, you got power supplies. This admin pocket, to me, is worth the price alone. It's wonderful. And lastly, this is what they call a clamshell bag, so it opens up like this. And that way, it's more like a traditional backpack than a camera bag with all these segments in it. You lose the speed at which you can pull your camera out on a typical camera bag, but this style of bag, you can use packing cubes that are specifically for cameras cameras if you want, and then you don't have to reconfigure the entire bag for a new use case. You just plop in your drone case or your camera case or whatever you're gonna put into it, clothing for that matter, and you don't have to rejig the whole bag just for a different use. The most common criticism I saw for a bag like this is that it's too heavy, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a big guy. It's really not a big bag at all. If you were to lighten the bag, you would give up a lot of features. There's a lot of padding around the laptop sleeve, and the straps are pretty beefy for more comfortable fit. Now, to save a little bit of weight, I went with the X-Pac version of this bag. X-Pac is a fabric that's popular for backpacks right now. It's a lighter material that saves you a little bit of weight. It's more water repellent, and it's super strong. It just beads off, baby. They call it sailcloth, so it's not actually far off from the material that they would use on my Jeep. To me, the biggest advantage to the X-Pac version of this bag is that since I'm on a plane a lot, I don't have a lot of light when I'm rummaging around my bag in the dark. So this orange material just makes it easier to see the organization better. I've had this bag for about a week now, so let me use it a little bit more before I give you my final verdict. Ooh. I like these vibes. Oh, this is nice. How's this? What is this, couch confessional? I kind of like this idea. If you want to hear more stories from the couch, let me know. So if you made it this far and you're asking, whoa, who's this new bagfluencer on the scene? The moral of the story is, if you're looking to go on an adventure to seek new things, it all starts with research. To buy the right bag for me at this particular moment, I put the time in and went down the rabbit hole. Don't hesitate to deep dive researching a new interest or the tools you need for those interests that you have. Buy once, cry once. That's my #1 rule. The best way to save money, time, and frustration is to buy the right thing first. Your research is to help you find that right thing. It's not necessarily just buying the most expensive thing or the pro model, says the guy who's about to buy a cinema camera. Stay tuned for that one. And get in there and talk to people within the culture that are more experienced than you. I scoured the backpack subreddits for information. One subreddit is obsessed with one bag to rule them all, Lord of the Rings style. The other subreddit, those guys have given up. They have accepted that you need to have multiple bags for different purposes, just like guitars. See? It all comes around to guitars. Backpacks seem like a pretty mundane thing to deep dive on, but when you carry something around every single day to your gig, to your coffee shop, the little things add up. And honestly, after 2 weeks of having this bad boy, I can't say enough good things about this one. It's a great pack and has really earned the reputation that it has. I really look forward to carrying it around. Well, see you later. Come back. I'm back. I forgot my backpack.